This is calcium carbonate. It's a common chemical that is found naturally in limestone. But what's special about these pellets is that the carbon they contain was sucked out of the atmosphere. Carbon Engineering is the Canadian company developing the process. At this pilot plant in Squamish, British Columbia, the goal is to show that carbon dioxide in the air can be captured in a quantity that makes it commercially useful. The atmosphere contains about 400 parts per million of CO2. That's only 0.04%. Enough to be a big problem for the global climate system, but not an amount that's easy to do anything with. To concentrate atmospheric CO2, the plant takes in air, which reacts with a chemical solution that absorbs about 3/4 of the CO2 it carries. The solution is piped to a reaction vessel where it's mixed with another chemical to form these pellets. Now the carbon is locked up in a solid, but this is only the halfway point. The next step is cooking the pellets in a furnace so that they break down and re-emit carbon dioxide, which can then be captured as a gas at 100% concentration. This part of the process depends on burning natural gas to generate heat, but the CO2 the burning produces is also captured, while the excess heat powers the rest of the plant. Meanwhile, all the chemicals used to capture the CO2 are recycled, so that the process runs as a continuous loop. Right now, this small plant can capture about 1.5 tons of CO2 per day. That's a drop in the bucket compared to what the world needs to do to slow the pace of climate change. But if the carbon dioxide produced here can be combined with hydrogen using renewable sources of energy, it can be turned into a synthetic fuel that can displace gasoline. The company's big idea is to produce a carbon-neutral alternative for heavy transportation vehicles that can't run on battery power. If it works, it could play a key role in helping the transportation sector shift away from fossil fuels to meet international climate goals.